5 keys to losing weight. We're going to talk about the thyroid and specifically the thyroid hormones it produces. Very complicated organ. Before I get started, here's a message for everybody out there who already has thyroid problems or who thinks they have thyroid problems. If you do, it is very difficult to get going. You might have seen the previous videos and you might have thought like, it is going to be a lot. This is normal. I have been giving lectures specifically to thyroid patients, if you want to call it that, people who suffer from thyroid problems. And I noticed how little energy these people had. They paid attention, they wanted to hear the message, they just didn't have the energy to make the first step. This is what happens. The thyroid gives permission to use energy. And if it goes down, it prevents exactly that. And by that, I mean literally energy. Like you cannot burn off fats, you cannot oxidize fats, you're not allowed to use more than a certain amount of energy in your body, and the brain gets a signal that says, please take it easy, we have some problems right now. Which is fine, which is natural, which is normal if those problems were existing for 2 days max, which is the natural way of things. For instance, you get a little wound. Back then, we were cavemen or whatever we were, you get a little injury, you have to take it easy for a couple of days. Thyroid goes down, or you're really cold, thyroid goes down a little bit after a while as well. It just preserves a little bit of energy. You're stressed out, it preserves a little bit of energy. Fine, you take it easy for a while. Problem lies if it's chronic, if it goes on for a long time. Look at these things. These are pictures I took from Thyroid Nation, which is just like a patient group for people with thyroid problems. And you can see these people, like, it's just a huge neurological problem to get going. So, again, if you have thyroid problems or you think you have thyroid problems, please give yourself some slack. Start with some really quick wins first. Start with this first. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of quick wins, quick tips. And then if you get enough energy, you might do the diet next, or you might do the exercise a little bit more. But there's a sequence to improving people. This is my job as a therapist. Again, if you want to have consults with me, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to search out that first step, that most easy step that will give you the most profit gain when it comes to energy, and then you can do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. This is why all these things go wrong. All the information, even what I'm giving you right now, is somewhere on the internet, but people just feel like I can't even get started. Well, thyroid is one of the causes. All right, now what can go wrong? A lot. Let's break it down. I'm going to try to do it as simple as possible. You have the thyroid, which produces T4. T4 goes into your body, and T4 is also what you take if you have T-ROX, if you get the medication. If your thyroid is already low, you get medication usually, which is fine, you just take it. And then the thyroid, the T4, goes into your bloodstream. But it's not the really active hormone yet. It's not that signal that I was talking about that says you can use energy, you can burn fat. It has to be converted to T3, so to another hormone, and that one is the active one. And here is already some stuff that goes wrong. This conversion from T4 to T3, and usually the medication is T4 only. There is some medication that has T3 as well, but usually it's T4. That conversion, you need a lot of things for it. You need selenium for it. You need zinc for it. Right amount again, and the right source. Shellfish has a lot of it, so this is why we're probably made to eat a little bit of shellfish as well. But other things can prevent it as well, like stress will prevent T4 from becoming T3. Infection, trauma, you can read all these things, like all these things can stop this conversion, and then it converts to RT3, and that will actually just give a signal of don't do anything, don't burn fats, don't stop. So these can already be factors. Now, I've given a lot of my clients selenium and zinc in the right amount, and that helps a little bit. But it's usually not enough. Why? Because there's something else in their health going wrong. Maybe they're in too much stress. Maybe they had these traumas. Like, these other things are usually the bigger factors, but it helps to start with a little bit of food, or maybe even something simple as a supplement to just get it going a little bit. Again, I would like to see if everybody who's watching is like, oh, I have this problem, do it under supervision and guidance. But you can also, see, for instance, if you can eat a little bit more shellfish, which has natural sources of selenium and zinc, and then it won't go wrong. Supplements, you can take the wrong one or the wrong amount of too high. So be careful with that, get informed. But true food, probably going to be fine. If you eat some more shellfish and shrimps and stuff like that, it has a lot of selenium and a lot of zinc in there. Also some plant-based things. What else? If you're taking thyroid hormones, that means your T4 is down, your TSH is up. That's something, a signal from the brain to the thyroid, that goes up. T4 goes down. That is usually a result of Hashimoto. Like, usually, like, a big percentage, even if you're not diagnosed with it, Hashimoto is the autoimmune disease against your thyroid. I had it, my brother had it, my mother had it. It's very much curable. This is going to be the big bang for some people. Very much curable. I've cured it. I don't have any antibodies left for my thyroid. I just measured it before and after. It's still quiet, still down. My brother has the same effect. The result, great. My mother was too late because we didn't know, so she had to take the thyroid now, the hormones, the medication. But it is improvable, or might even say curable, if I can say it. Hashimoto's. It attacks the thyroid and it brings down this T4. You might want to get that tested if you have it. Believe me, if you're taking the medication, there's a big chance, not 100%, but a big chance that you have Hashimoto. The thyroid, the immune system is attacking the thyroid. Okay, if you want to improve that, improve your gut flora, improve your health, maybe your vitamin D status, there are ways to treat that autoimmune disease, but unfortunately, again, there's going to be too much information to do in this video, other video maybe in the future. Okay. Last thing, let's say you don't have any thyroid issues, or you think you have them, but the tests are not really conclusive. Big problem with testing thyroid problems is as followed. They test TSH, they test T4, but again, if you've been paying attention, that T3, that active hormone, on average, that's not really something they test in hospitals at the physicians. I might be wrong, maybe some countries do it, but in general, in the Netherlands, I'm sure it's not something that's been testing, that they test yet. So T3 and reverse T3, that is not being tested. And that is a problem, because if you have thyroid issues, at first this T3 and reverse T3 will go down. Even if you have Hashimoto's, will go down, 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 and we'll get problems with that. But the TSH and the T4 will still be okay. So the test will be like, no, there's nothing wrong, or maybe it's a little borderline, but it's still within the values. No problem, you don't have a thyroid problem. Maybe the thyroid itself isn't the problem. Maybe you're sick somewhere else and the thyroid goes down like a thermostat, but it doesn't mean this means you have no thyroid issues, or in this case, no thyroid hormone issues. If you're gonna get tested, do the T3 and reverse T3 and even calculate the ratio between that. This is a difficult thing. This is what I'm saying. Some things might be too difficult to do by yourself, and you might want to check up on that with the help of somebody else. Okay, but very important to know that this is a pitfall. Good. We're going to talk about the microbiome now, my favorite subject and the thing that is most promising for just about any chronic disease. I have not come across any diseases that doesn't have a link with the microbiome itself. It's not like a panacea for everything, but it seems to be at least a big player role in all of these chronic diseases, including, not a disease, but including the metabolic problems of overweight, diabetes, cardiovascular risk. Okay, let's get into it.